Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We are going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick this up or if I'm going to leave it on the store shelf. And you let me know down in the comments how you feel about these releases. And it's okay if we disagree. Friends do not always agree, but friends are always kind and respectful towards each other. And I did film this look. This is actually the September member tutorial. We are doing something super fall inspired, and I'm also showing you how to get away with blush draping. Like, how do you make blush draping work for you and just be a little bit more approachable? So if you're a member, this one is coming tomorrow on Saturday. And if you do want to be a member and you want to see all the past tutorials that I've done as well, you can read more about my membership down below, either in the description box or the button next to the subscription button. And I also want to start, let me scoochie. I want to start with talking about my sale that I'm having with Singe Beauty for, is it Labor Day weekend? I'm living in the US, I'm trying to like get a grip of all of these American holidays, but that one actually is going on right now. And if you use this code that is right here, I don't remember what it is, but I'm putting it right here. If you use that code, you can get 20% off at the Singe Beauty website, which is my own beauty brand. And I have a brush set that I talk about it all the time, but I just wanted to let you know that that is going on right now. And I am very, very, very low on stock. So if I do sell out throughout the weekend, I will be restocking. It just will take some months. I'm just letting you know right now. Oh, and if you're wondering about the things that I have on my face, I will try and link them, like put them in a pinned comment down below in case you want to see like what I used to achieve this look. I will put that in the pinned comment. And if you're wondering about any of the things that I'm talking about in today's episode, if you're wondering about like when is it releasing, where can I find it, do you have any discount codes, all of that is going to be in the description box, and I'll put the Singe Beauty sale as number 1 in case you are interested. But it is going on right now and it's going on until Monday or until I sell out. There are a couple of kind of fun things that I want to talk about. Some things that made me go, oh, okay. One of them is that we now know the exact launch date for the Samarian Sunset palette, which is Star Trek inspired, and I want to try and get this one. I actually did ask Adept Cosmetics on their Instagram because like I was like, I'm worried that it's going to sell out. I want to pick this one up. I don't know if I have time to do a dedicated video because I'm going to buy it, of course, and then it's going to be shipped to me, and I'm going to Disney soon. So I'm not 100% sure that I'll have time to do a dedicated video, but I want to own it. And I'll include it somewhere. This one is $79. It is dropping today, 1 p.m. EST, which is going to be a couple of hours after this video is live. So check the description box to see more info. I'm just like, is this going to sell out? And so far, I've been ghosted. No, they haven't even read my message on Instagram, but like, I am very, very intrigued by this. And if you know Star Trek, this Samarian Sunset, not 100% sure how to pronounce that. It is pretty much the color story of this palette. So I really like when Adept did this with a Superman inspired palette as well, and she wasn't inspired by Superman and Superman's costume, it's the same as this palette isn't inspired by Star Trek as a whole or a Star Trek costume. It's more inspired by the Samarian Sunset. If I can, like, because I see this color story and I see the Samarian Sunset in it. If you know, you know. If you know what it is, you know. So I do like this, and I think I will be picking it up. And honestly, $79 is a lot. It's like a Natasha Nona palette, but I thought it was going to be more because sometimes the Adept palettes are over $100. I'm like, $79? It's kind of a bargain, and a bunch of people have affiliate codes. Unfortunately, not me, but if you want to save some money, make sure to find an affiliate code so you can get some money off. This is something that I did buy, and this is going to probably be the last thing that I have time to film with before I head for Disney. Of course, I've pre-filmed a bunch of things. There's still going to be videos next week. It's still going to be videos when I'm at Disney. But to be able to do something like this, I'm going to Disney with a bunch of YouTuber friends. I'm of course going to be vlogging. It's going to be amazing. I'm having a new makeup releases next week. Don't worry. But it's just like I have to pre-film and like plan ahead to be able to even do a trip like this. And this is going to be the thing that I have, like, I saved a slot for this release, and this is the Grease and Makeup Revolution, and it is available now. I picked up 3 of these, and I also have some other things that I want to try out, so I thought we'd do another trying new makeup, and I'll have that up next week. So I bought one of the eyeshadow palettes, I bought the T-Birds eyeshadow palette, I bought one of the cream blushes, and I bought the lipstick that's like a little orangey, of course. It even leaned a little orange, and I was like, taken. Yes, add to cart. So yeah, I did buy this, and I'm excited. It's actually already shipped, which makes me really excited, and I will link it down below in case you're interested. I don't know if it's sold out or not. I know a bunch of the things from the Monsters Inc. collection that they released like 2 weeks ago. I know a bunch of those things sold out pretty quickly, so if you did want to pick up some of these things, I would say check out the site. I think it looks cute, and it's not too big either, which I like. Which is not what she said. But when it comes to Makeup Revolution collections, definitely. Oh, and we have also, let's just talk about it, because this one was revealed on Saturday after I filmed last week, and this is the new palette from Nomad Cosmetics. This is based on ghost towns across the US, and it is called the, what is it called? It's called like Golden Ore or Gold and Grit. That's what it is. And you can use my discount code Angelica and you get 10% off at Nomad Cosmetics. I did do a dedicated video to this palette. If you want to see swatches and if you want to see 2 different looks and want to see like how colorful can this palette go, because I did try to do as colorful looks as possible. I like color, if that is not obvious. So if you want to see that, that video was live last Saturday, and I would leave a link to that video as well down below, because I mean, I like Nomad Cosmetics and I like when they reveal new palettes. I am so excited to see what their destination is going to be for this holiday, because they usually do like a holiday destination, and I'm like, I wonder what this year is going to be. We have seen the new cover, or the new palette from ABH has been revealed. This is what it looks like. I think this one is called Fall Romance. I, as I'm filming this, have not seen the inside, but if they're showing the inside as I'm editing this, I will put the inside here so you can see as well. But other than that, we'll talk about it next week for sure. I don't know when this is coming. The info that I have as I'm filming this is coming soon. Based on the color of the palette and based on the one look that I have seen so far as I'm filming this, I'm thinking that this is going to be they're going to do modern renaissance but make it 2023. I think they're going to try and take a more modern spin on modern renaissance and take a similar color story with the pinks and the burgundies and just bring it into 2023 and just not make it less 2017 or 18 or wherever it came out, and just make it more current. That's what I'm thinking, and I usually get along with the quality from ABH quite well, but I didn't like the color story of the last 2 palettes that they released. I thought they were a little not perfect for me. A lot of other people like them. This is just personal preference, if I'm gonna be totally honest. So I am excited to see what this is, because I just want to have, can I just get one colorful matte? I mean, and it doesn't even have to be blue or green, like just something that's a little bit more poppy, just something. Just throw me a bone, just give me something. So this is probably also gonna like just crash with my trip at Disney, so I don't foresee myself having time to put up a dedicated video. Listen, pigs do fly sometimes, so if that happens, I'll put something up, but if nothing else, I will be picking this one up and I'll include it in something for sure, because I am intrigued to see what this is, and I have a sneaking suspicion, like I said, just, is it a stab in the dark or is it more like a little cut in broad daylight? I think this is going to be their version of Modern Renaissance, but 2023. We've also seen the cover art of the holiday palettes for Hourglass. Are you ready for holiday? I don't know. Besties, I don't know. Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready, but anyways, it could be because I'm so in love with summer and I want to hold on to summer. But holiday 2023 face palettes by Hourglass Cosmetics. This year it's going to be 4 different palettes, and I will say they look really beautiful. But if it's one thing I have learned from these face palettes from Hourglass, it is that unless they're doing something very innovative with the inside, and from what I gathered from last year, it was that there was a couple of different insides and a couple of different outsides, and you can mix them together, but you couldn't totally customize your palette. It was more like what like version of an inside would you like with what version of an outside? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that that is what happened. So unless they're doing something very innovative with the inside, I don't think I'll pick this up. I love a good packaging as much as the next person, but I don't use these. I bought one of these face palettes and I really liked the result. It looked beautiful, but I didn't use it. So I'm not making that mistake again. And you need to ask yourself as well, because these are expensive. Are you really using them or are you just collecting them? And if you're just collecting them, is that worth the high price tag that these have? Because these are expensive and sometimes the money is just better in the bank. This is a little interesting. We've gotten a sneak peek from Nabla Cosmetics. They're doing a new Liberty X palette has bloomed. Are you ready for these incredible eyeshadows? It says it's coming soon together with more delicious news. Remember when they released this other Liberty X system and I told you like, oh, Nabla reached out to me, they wanted to send it to me, and then I want to say like a week ago, they reached out to me again and they were like, we are so sorry that we haven't sent it out to you yet. We're having so many delays with international shipping, but just so you know, it has been sent out. And since then, I have received the package. And of course, like, they don't have to send me anything. Like, I am not owed any PR, but I am excited that they did send it to me. So I want to, again, this is also one of those things, I want to do something with it because I was thinking I might do just a real unboxing. I don't know when I'll have time for this because like I said, this is my 11th day in a row working. Work-life balance who? Not me. Not this bitch. So when I have time, I will try and do something. I'm thinking, since I have all of them, just maybe one of a reel, just unpacking them and like, I don't know, having a closer look at them. And of course I want to use them in a video too, but I am intrigued by this, although I will say it looks like pressed glitters. I will also say, there's a lot of things that I will say. Nabla has a great quality pressed glitter. So if you like pressed glitters, you're probably gonna enjoy these. I don't love glitters on my eyes though. I've realized that with age and with the hoods that I've gotten with age, I just don't love glitters on me. I can feel them. I can feel them and I don't love it. But the palette looks beautiful and not all of these look like pressed glitters, and it might not even be, it's just the photo that I'm getting here. But I'm excited to see what this is because I do really like Nabla eyeshadow quality and I'm intrigued that they're doing even more of these. Nabla can be found at Beauty Bay if you want it. They're usually like released at Beauty Bay at the same time as they're released somewhere else. And speaking of Beauty Bay also released some new eyeshadow palettes and I really do enjoy the Beauty Bay formula. They released the Rich palettes and per usual they released them in 3 different versions, which I personally think is not needed, but again, that's me. I just think it's a little too much. It becomes a little redundant, but again, that's me. They're releasing it in a 42 color palette, 16 color palette, and a 9 color palette. Personally, I prefer the 16. I think 16 is a really good amount of shades. I like between 10 and 20. I love a good quad or a 6 pan. I really do. But you have to be smart. When you're releasing quad or a 6 pan, you have to be smart. You have to think about it, like, give me options. But a good, like, 10 to 20 shades, I love that. I think that's amazing. But more than that, I usually am like, this could have been less. But yeah, I don't know. I like the color story of this, but I didn't pick it up because I didn't have time. And also it's a low neutral leaning, so I was like, you know what, I'll sit this one out. But I did hear a couple of my friends bought this, so if you are interested in this release, there will be videos. Fenty has released some new eyeshadow crayons, and from what I gather, they released these in Europe first, and I'm fairly sure they're coming to the US as well. Who would have thought that eyeshadow crayons or eyeshadow sticks were gonna be the it product of 2023? Like, that was not on my bingo card at all. But it also could be because it's not a product that I use a lot. I have to be traveling and very lazy. That's when I use an eyeshadow stick, because I've definitely used eyeshadow sticks traveling and lazy. But all of these seem very neutral, so for me, this isn't something that I'm interested in, but maybe you're interested in this. There was this other brand that also released eyeshadow crayons, and this is from Freck, which I think is available at Sephora US. This is the Shadow Slide. all the good names taken. Shadow Slide Long Wear H20 Shadow Stick. This might be misspelled. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a eyeshadow stick with major pigment payoff. There is mostly neutrals, but there is one green. I think it's fun to include one color. I appreciate that. Even if that's not going to be your best seller, I think it is fun to include at least one color for people that want to try the formula, that like more colors, or for people that love your formula and want to have it in just the one party color or the one like pop of color. So again, this isn't for me, but I understand that it's apparently for a lot of people, because otherwise I don't think all brands would be releasing eyeshadow sticks. Do you love eyeshadow sticks? Am I missing out? I don't get it. Speaking of things that I do not want, this is the Kosas Undressed eyeshadow palette. This is a neutral eyeshadow palette. I mean, you can see you got eyes. It's a neutral eyeshadow palette. Someone's been a little naughty. Did you howl at the mailman for 5 minutes? Anyways, they say that this is a super easy to use eyeshadow palette for the prettiest brown eyeshadow looks in a long wearing buttery hypoallergenic formula. No. Just no. I don't want this. I don't need this. It is $40 for an 8 pan, and I'm just... no. Even if you like brown eyeshadow, do you want this? Why are you huffing and puffing? Why are you huffing and puffing? You don't own this neighborhood. You're acting like you own this neighborhood. Maybe you're interested. I'm most definitely not. Let's move on to the next one. Another brand that's having a new release is Simihaze Beauty. I have tried, well, only one blush from Simihaze, and even though I didn't hate it, I didn't like get it. I didn't get the formula. I didn't love the formula. I really didn't love the packaging. So I don't think I will be picking up the Skin Suede Melting Bronze Balm. I also, when I hear the word balm, I'm like, no, I don't want that. That usually means like, hi, we will be more of a lip balm on your skin. We will not dry down. This will be a sticky mess. You will be able to catch flies on your skin. So I don't think I will be picking this one up. I think the shade range is pretty good for only having 5 shades. It says coverage medium, finish natural. Well, at least it doesn't say dewy or creamy, but yeah, I don't think this is for me. $25, isn't that like a little affordable for being Simihaze? Because I feel like their blush was very expensive. I'm sure there's going to be people buying this. I'm not. I'm trying to save myself some money. Listen, I'm going to Disney. It's expensive to go to Disney. Speaking of expensive, Gucci is coming out with a new concealer. This is the Concentré de Beauté. I'm sorry about that. So it's coming soon. I don't have any info whatsoever. It's a typical Gucci floral cap. The packaging is very Gucci. I have tried one of the Gucci foundations and I really did not like it. I thought it was heavy. I thought it was cakey. Did I review that foundation, or did I just put it into my stash and just forgot about it? That is a good question. I really didn't like it. And it oxidized like there was no tomorrow. It literally brought me into another shade category. Really did not like it. So I have just bought a new concealer. I'm even wearing it today. I am wearing again the Makeup by Mario foundation. I'm also wearing the new foundation by REM. I tried this in Thursday's video on my channel. So I was just like trying them again to, you know, I need to try things a bunch of times to like really try them out. So I don't think I need another concealer. And if I'm buying a new concealer, I'm gonna buy that Tower 28 concealer because people seem to be loving that one. So I think I'm gonna opt out on this one, but let me know if you're interested. People went bananas when they saw this new palette from Tarte. This is the Tarte Maneater Nightfall palette. I did not buy this one, and the main reason why I didn't buy this one is because I really disliked that other eyeshadow palette that I bought from Tarte. I thought it was absolutely horrendous. Plus, this is a big palette, and I knew that I would have to try each and every single shade thoroughly to make sure that like what kind of a formula is this, because it seems like Tarte is just running with different formulas and different palettes, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And also, the color story is cute, but like I have similar color stories like this, and half of it is a neutral palette. Then there's, I mean, there's a couple of pops and it looks cute, but like it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I still have PTSD from that like small eyeshadow palette. It was just not a good palette whatsoever. So for me, I opted out. I heard people liked it though, but I was like, no. I have so many good eyeshadow palettes in my collection that I'm like trying out right now. I don't need to add this wild card. It is available though, I will link it down below. I've heard people like it, but I'm just like, I'm not the one. There is a new brand from Katie Jane Hugh, which is a makeup artist, and she is releasing her own brand that is called KHJ.Brand. I will say I do not follow Katie Jane, and it's not because I don't like her, it's simply because she does makeup that is very far from the kind of makeup that I do. She does very like super dewy, glowy, almost to the point where it's looking, I don't want to say oily, but it's like an oily, dewy skin, which she loves and she wants to wear that and it looks great on her, but I know that I wouldn't like it. So she's coming out with a product first, and it's called the Hyper Shine Highlight Kit. And it is launching next month, and it is like a mix where you can either use the product on its own, it's like this little pot, and you can use it on its own, or you can mix it with like this gel emulsion kind of a thing and just be your own little mixer to make something a little lighter, because it says you can use it straight from the jar for more traditional glowy highlight finish, or mixed with our serum to create that perfect fresh dewy effect. And I don't do that. I don't do the fresh dewy effect on my skin. I work very hard to get my skin to look a little bit more matte. I have a combo oily skin. I am 39. Things settle in my lines if they become too dewy. And for me, I don't feel fresh dewy. I feel like I need to get a shower. I feel the opposite of fresh. So I don't think that this will be a product for me, but I am very, very confident in her ability to create great products. So I will be definitely following this launch with future interest, because I want to see what she launches yet. I think it's really smart for her to launch something that's such a signature look, a signature product for her, but it's just not perfect for me. So I want to see what they release next, because I'm always excited to see like new things pop up. My friend Allie Dawson is having a collab with Ofra, and I think this one is launching on Tuesday, if I'm not totally mistaken. This is the Ofra and Allie Dawson Falling in Love collection, and it is a lipstick, a liquid lipstick, and a palette. You can buy it all together for $49, or you can buy the pieces separately. It is a 5-pan palette, and all of these products are new products that are created exclusively for this collection by Allie. And I know that we've talked about the fact that I'm having a little bit of a break from Ofra, because it's been a little bit unclear where they are, because they had a owner that's no longer working with the brand or making decisions for the brand, and it's been a little bit unclear whether or not he is still in the brand, because he had some problematic behavior. And I just would like the brand to like just speak up, like let us know what's going on, because I know the brand have donated a lot of money to great causes, and I just would like to have like more of a clear statement. But I will say, Allie is my friend. I love Allie. We talk on a daily basis. She's been a great support to me for like just personal stuff as well. I'm literally going to Orlando to meet her, so I will be doing something with this collection. Like I said, my schedule is pretty full. I'm thinking maybe a reel or something. I just want to showcase her beautiful products, and I just want to play with the things that she's created. And it is a color story that's somewhat similar to what I'm having on my eyes right now, which obviously is very much aligned with what I like, warm, yummy colors. So I'm excited to see this, and we're gonna have to have a cocktail together when I get to Orlando so that we can celebrate. These look very, very cute. This is from Kaja Beauty, and this is the Juicy Glass Lip Oil. Juicy. Sometimes it's hard to say like the English sounds, because I'm so stuck in like the Swedish sounds. I know I say juicy, jelly, cherry. Some of these sounds I say incorrectly, and sometimes when I say them, I'm like, did that sound correct to you? Because it didn't sound correct to me. Anyways, they're releasing some lip oils. You know what I like about these? The colors. They look so nice. A lip oil that's inspired by fruits in a non-sticky, hydrating, and plumps the look of lips. I don't know, $18. They're available now. That red orange, I think I'm gonna get that one. I have gotten some PR from Kaja, but I haven't received these. I haven't heard anything either. So I think I'm gonna be picking that red orange up. I feel like this is one of those things that I'll put in my wish list and I'll buy it next time they have a sale. But I'm loving that color. It's beautiful. Imagine that one with a little bit of a lip line. That's me imagining it right now. MAC is coming out with some new lipsticks. This is a Locked Kiss lipstick, Locked Kiss lipsticks. Balm texture. It's a new lipstick that takes care of the skin of the lips and does not leak behind the outline because of the texture. Oh, that does sound really nice. And there's a bunch of, oh my god, she's so dramatic. There's a bunch of really fun colors. I mean, you can see here, there's like a really bright orange one. So I'm like, it's fade resistant even after kissing. Creamy, soft, matte finish. Coming soon. I don't know, guys. I think that this looks really interesting. And I'm really excited to see something that's like matte balm that doesn't bleed, gives a lot of color, and comes in really fun shades. That to me sounds a little new and sounds a little innovative, and I think I want to try it. This is also something that I really I want to smell this. I want to smell this so bad because I'm worried. If you watch my hauls and if you watch my perfume videos, you know that I love fruity perfumes, and this is Ellis Brooklyn and they're coming out with the Apple Love perfume. This is a love letter to NYC, the energy, sophistication, and headiness of this iconic city. Headiness? Like head? Headiness. I think I'm missing a part of this lingo. But this is a burst with juicy photorealistic apple. Sign me up. Transitions to an ultra smooth blend of peach, plum blossom, sugar cane, and vanilla. And I'm like, eh. So this is where I'm like, sometimes with fruity perfumes, I want them to be fruity and fresh and just energetic and just wonderful. Sometimes when they're mixed with like sugar, vanilla, praline, blah, 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 they turn into dessert. I want to have fruity, fresh, eating a fresh fruit salad. I want to have fruit salad. I don't want to have a fruit dessert. I don't want to have fruit pie. I don't want to have fruit cobbler, muffins, like tarts, any of that. I want to have a fruit salad. And I'm wondering if this is going to be salad or cake. Salad or cake. So I feel like I need to sniff it because loving the red, loving the apple, I'm just like, salad or cake. I don't talk about a lot of gift sets or packs or stuff like that on my channel. Honestly, it's so overwhelming, and we all know that all brands are gonna do gift sets and gonna do minis and blah, 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 blah for the holiday season. But I do want to mention this one because I honestly think that this is a great set. I think it's gonna sell out, and I think it would be either for you or a gift for someone else, or even a gift to like split if you have friends that you want to give something to. This is from Tarte, and this is the Mistletoe Glow Blush Tape and Glow Tape Set. Wow, that is a long name. But this is 4 minis of their like the poofy highlighter and blush things. So there are 2 highlighters and 2 of the glowy blushes in minis. This is a great set, and if I didn't already own 2 of these, I would have myself bought this one. So I will link it down below. I think this one is actually a really good set, and I actually wish, now that these poofy things are so popular, I wish that more brands would do this for Christmas. Sets with mini poofs. We need the mini poof sets. There are more lip oils. There are so many. I'm not even sad. I love lip oils. This is from Saie Beauty. This is the Glossybounce High Shine Hydrating Lip Gloss Oil. So this is a lip gloss, lip balm treatment, oh my god. So this is everything. Am I the only one that feels like right now makeup, sometimes they just make it, there are too many claims. I need you to calm down. What are you? I need you to be, it needs to be an elevator pitch. You cannot have a name that has 20 words, and you cannot have a description that says that you are a smooth, textured, matte, dewy, glossy powder. What are you? I need you to be more precise. It needs to be an elevated pitch. I need you to tone it down and just be like, what are you? Because sometimes I feel like these makeup products, they're promising me everything. They are going to file my taxes, they're going to fold my clothes, and they're going to cook me dinner. And I just need you to be a little bit more, tone it down. Like, what are you? Elevated pitch. Tell me what you are in 10 words or less. My God, I'm losing my top. Ooh. But what I really like about this, again, the colors, really nice brownie colors. There's a plum, there's a bright peach. I'm enjoying the colors of these. I would like to see these in store. Do you think I can convince my husband to go to Sephora with me? When am I gonna have time for that? I have no time for that. But if I do have time, I might convince him. Sometimes I'm like, let's go to lunch. And then I suggest a lunch place that's next to a Sephora. Is that shady? I've literally done that twice. I'm like, I know this place I would love to go. It's right here. And then we go to the place. I'm like, oh, and it's next to Sephora. Quinky dink. I don't know if I can get away with that a third time. I think he's on to me. Some more holiday, and this is from Nars, and this is the first picture of the Nars Holiday release, and this seems to be eyeshadow palette, cheek palettes, blushes in gold package. Is this not what they released last year? Did they not have gold packaging? Was that last year or the year before? I swear they've had gold packaging. This is a deja vu. Oh, and the blush is Orgasm. Shocking. I mean, this looks like what Nars has released the past, since I joined the makeup community. This is what they've released the past 8 years. I'm sure people are gonna love it. I'm sure people are gonna buy it. Just not me. Not me. I want to talk quickly about this brand. I do have it here, but it's like over here and I'm hungry and I need lunch, but I want to mention it because I think it's so much fun. This is a new EU-based indie brand, and this is the Dots Cosmetics. They have had a palette from before that is called C'est La Vie palette, which is the bigger palette that you see, and they also now are releasing 5 new pastel duochromes. These look incredible, and this brand is based out of Poland, so if you're living in the EU, you will not be charged with any additional custom fees, so definitely do check them out. Actually, a viewer of my channel created this brand and she reached out to me and she was like, can I send you these things? And I have them and I want to do something with them. They also have a palette designer tool, so I'm guessing they're going to be releasing even more shadows so that you can build your own 6-pan or your own bigger palette and just add the different shades that you would like. So definitely check out their website down below. We've also seen a re-release or maybe like a makeover of the Urban Decay liquid glitter eyeliners. They're called the Moondust liners. They're a water-based liquid glitter liner that you can do either a liner or just paint on some glitter on your lid. They're honestly a really nifty makeup product if you just want to have something to add on a little glitter at an occasion, because it really does stick on and it's easy to apply and it dries down fairly quickly. So I think it's fairly smart that they're coming out with a bunch of, I don't know if these are new shades or some of them are probably new shades, some of them are probably re-promotes, but honestly, this is a good product and I don't think it's a bad idea to revamp your good products to just take them into the future. You know, this was popular in 2017. I think I'm just grabbing a year out of the thin air, but just like revamping it and taking it into 2023. I don't think that's a bad idea. They're live now. Oh, there's another lip oil here. I saw that this was available at Ulta, and this is from Milani. So they released 4 new nude shades of their Fruit Fetish lip oil, and they are available now. They're $11.99 each. They look really cute. I've heard that this formula is really good. I feel like I did try one, but it was like in a squeezy tube. It was like an orange. That's not this one, right? Because this one isn't in a squeezy tube. But yeah, they're releasing 4 new shades. I've heard that people really, really like this one. So if you do, now they're releasing 4 shades that's like a little bit more neutral. Okay, let's end with talking about something that, again, I'm gonna put this in my wish list and I'm probably gonna be purchasing this one as soon as there's like a sale or something at Sephora, because it's not like I need it, but this is the new serum from Glow Recipe. I love Glow Recipe. Their skincare really, really works for me. This is the pomegranate peptide firming serum. This is launching, well, it's already live, and it is a firming and lifting serum made with polypeptides, pomegranate seed oil, and hyaluronic acid that targets fine lines, wrinkles, and delivers a hydrated, lifted appearance. I want to try it out. I need a little lift and, I don't know, firm me up. It's like beam me up, but like for 40-year-olds. I do receive some PR from Glow Recipe, so if I do receive this, of course I will be forever grateful, but if I don't, I still will be purchasing this one. But again, I'm not in a hurry, so I will buy this when the next Sephora sale comes. I think they usually have a Sephora sale in October, right? I feel like I can feel a Sephora sale coming up, so yeah, I'm intrigued to be trying this one out. I hope it's gonna be as lovely as the other products from Glow Recipe are. So let's scooch back and let's and let's just wrap this video up. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Don't forget, if you wanted to have some Singe Beauty brushes, that we're having a sale this weekend until they sell out, or until Monday. We'll leave the info down below. Also, if you are a member, the video is coming tomorrow. I hope you're having a great Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you again, well, either tomorrow or on Monday. Bye!